Hello. 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 Is there anyone in the void? Oh my goodness. Welcome, Poi. Flores hasn't been live in a week. That's like infinity years in content creator time. I'm certified hag maxing. Ugh. Oh, was I in the middle of a run when I exited this last time? What the hell? Wait, what the frick? Wait, that doesn't even make sense though, because what the fuck? Wait, what the hell even is this? I was actually literally dying from withdrawals? Damn. That's crazy. I feel like having me as your drug of choice is not, like, really not a good idea. Hello. No cool text box today, because apparently that's just broken. I don't know why, but I guess it's just broken now. That's just how it works. This isn't even a, like, oh, like, just try reloading it kind of broken. This is literally like a it's broken. Like, I think the code just doesn't work anymore, because I saw on someone else's thing that, that their stuff was also not working. Oh my god. Oh, all of the things are not correct. Shit. I don't know what these are supposed to be. This is correct. No. I don't know. I think it's like this. And I think that that's cancel. I think this is accurate. I don't even know what difficulty this is on. Training details. I am apparently on Entropy 100. I mean, this isn't gonna last very long. But yeah, how are you? How's it going? Oh, we're lagging. That's great. Love that. Is the game kind of loud? Is it loud? It feels loud to me. But yeah, honestly, I chose this game because, I chose this game because I was playing it in my free time, but also because, like, it seems very yappable too. I don't know if that's just me. Playing Shadows of the Erdtree, aside from some bosses that never let me have a turn, it's been really good. Oh, nice. Yeah, I heard there was some people saying that it's like quite difficult actually. I think the context for this was alright, I guess I need to get my... I'm not used to, like, talking. It's like speaking... Who speaks? Who does that? Yeah, I think my friend sent me a video recently that was like somebody talking about how they thought Elden Ring was very easy, basically. And how it's like very cinematic and exploration focused, I think was their main claim. And it's kind of like, yeah, this is sort of accurate, but is also very invalidating to everybody who like struggles with the game. So obviously, you know, you're fully within your right to say whatever you want. It was just more of like a, okay, well, you know, it's not easy to a lot of people. Which is why I think they might have, you know, I can't tell what the line is between people being like not necessarily inflammatory, but contrarian, I guess. being contrarian because they believe it, or being contrarian because they have an opinion and they're gonna frame it in the contrarian manner because they know that it's like what works, I guess. The main delineation I'm saying is just for, like, you know, how much are people doing it because it's what they've been conditioned to do, and how much of them are doing it because it's like what they believe is right, you know? It's like a little different, right? Or sorry, that's not the same. How many people are doing it because they don't what is the term here? Being cognizant about it? Is that what the term is? Intentionally. They're doing it intentionally. Right? It's like, because you could say that that's kind of like rage baiting if you're doing it intentionally. I haven't played the thing, by the way. We were probably going to play it on stream eventually, but the point of why I brought this up was definitely heard some bosses were a little yucky. Oh, that's why I brought it up. Oh, it was because, like, the game director. It was something like the game director had an interview where he, like, was self-admittedly bad at video games, and he felt like the part of the core message of Souls-like games is to use everything at your disposal in order to win. Which I know that we have talked about on this channel before. Of, like, do you use items? Like, literally, do you use items? Do you use items in an RPG game is like a point of contention for some people. Right? Which I think is a method of self-regulation for the purposes of having fun. Like, I don't find it really as fun when I can just, like, throw firebombs at things and they die. Like, I don't like using firebombs in Dark Souls games. Because it's like, okay, but, like, I wanted to stab it with my sword. Even though I know just, like, buying some firebombs and throwing firebombs at it kills it better. Like, you're allowing full use of Skadu tree fragments and spirit ashes. It's fairly easy. Most attempts I've had at a boss thus far, almost done, is like 20. Most are like 1 to 3 shots. Using black firebombs on Asylum Demon is based. It's based if you're a fucking coward. Just don't be a coward. Hit it with your broken stick. Coward. Oh, no! Well, I mean, what did we expect? No, it's not. That's a lie. This is blatantly lying to my face. There's no way that's pronounced Shadow Tree. It's an Old English spelling. I mean, it's just wrong. Clearly, this is just incorrect. The only Shadow I know is Shadow the Hedgehog. So it has to be pronounced or written. Has to be written like Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh. Oh, the pain. I think it'd be really funny if we won this run. But I severely doubt it. I mean, 9 escape deaths is really good. But yeah, I was actually going to I was probably gonna farm some stuff, some talents, legacy traits. Because there's a new build that I've been playing that I feel like is just objectively the best thing that I've ever had since sliced bread, so... Or, it's been a really good... How do I say? It's been a... I remember the last time we played this, I say we as if we were both specifically playing at the same time, playing together, which we can technically do. Technically, that's a thing. I'll have to do that now. But last time we were playing it on the channel, I think our dominant strategy of this is very good was like Ice Spike Shadows or whatever, because that was just very strong. And I've been trying another build, which is like the Thunder Balls, and then when the Thunder Balls hit, they make lightning, and then when the lightning hits, it makes Divine Spears or whatever. And that has been very strong. And my point is that it feels similar to the Ice build or the Shadow Ice stuff because, like, it's generic. Like, you don't need... Ice still kind of implies that you have, like, a good basic attack for multi-hits, in my opinion. Like, Ice Kokonoe, if you get it to work, is very good because she has multi-hits. But I found I was playing characters like Ragna, where, like, you don't really have multi-hits. The Dash build has multi-hits, but it's, like, not super good to play as Ice. Where the hell is this thing? Where are they? Yeah, so my more generic build, because of the fact that it is generic, is now... It's like some combination of lightning orbs and light spears, and then all of the procs associated with those is quite strong on its own. And then you can build other things. And I've been messing around with some of the like combination talents. I think they switched some things around. I don't know. Poison still doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't know if there's anything in fire. I haven't looked at fire yet. All the blade stuff sucks. I've been trying it, but it sucks. So anyways. I'd be down, though the connection might be horrendous if the netcode sucks. Yeah, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to, like, do a co-op run or something like that, or if that's what I was looking to do. Honestly, it was just, like... I could have said that this was a Zatsudon stream. But I didn't. Mostly because I'm scared about talking for multiple hours. See, the thing is, right, like, you know, like at the start of the Momodora streams, right? If the conversation ever was getting kind of stale, right, you know, there's the fallback. There's the, like, oh, well, eventually we'll play this game that's in front of us, right? Like, that's the fallback plan. But in a Zatsudon, you kind of, like, make it about talking. And I was scared that I was already irrelevant. Basically. I was scared no one would show up. Which, I don't know. We still have the #1 superfan shows up to literally every stream. You know, every once in a while I question whether you're okay or not. Because, like, you're watching this terrible streamer. Like I'm really confused. And I will continue asking that question probably until the day I die. But hey. Fair question. Yeah, it's like, are you okay? Like, is everything good? Like, I don't know if you're good, you know? Oh my goodness. I just can't resist. I just can't resist the tentacles. They're just so juicy looking. They're just so juicy looking. So when I have myself at times, that's fair. Sometimes you just gotta ask. Got hit by Defiling Eye? I mean, listen. It's not... It's less... You can't laugh at it as much if I did it intentionally, you know what I mean? Like, there's, you know, there's just... It's just how it is. Like, sometimes you want to get hit by a tentacle monster, and I don't think that's, listen, I just don't think that's... should be a problem. Yeah, intentionally. Intentionally. No, I'm a god gamer. Like, I would never get hit by anything in this game. Have you seen the dodge frames? Dodge frames in this game are insane. But yeah, you said... It's unfortunate that I can't really talk about Shadow of the Earth Tree to avoid spoiling anything, but my favorite area thus far is a Legacy dungeon that is a huge PS1 reference. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So just like Blighttown, that'd be really funny. Because I was trying to think of like what would be a good thing to reference in Dark Souls 1. I feel like if you trigger people's PTSD by recreating Blighttown, that's kind of like... That seems like a Giga Chad move, if you ask me. Second. At least part of it is a very clear illusion. The rest of it is a bit more opaque. I see. I mean, references are good. Memes are good. I feel like FromSoft is allowed to make memes about their own game. Oh my god. I fucking hate Afterlife Bomb, dude. What else is new? Yeah, I really didn't do much with my time off, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I had a busy weekend. I had to leave the castle. I didn't technically need to leave the castle on Saturday, but, like, some friends were in town, and, like, you know, if there were friends in town and I wanted to make time for them, and then on the Sunday, I would have had to leave for, like, an occasion, and then, you know, and I, like, really wouldn't have had time. But because of the fact that, like, the time that I would have been live, I was basically out socializing, doing something anyways, I don't really feel like... It's that, like, you took a break, but you didn't really take a break kind of thing. And but it's not really that either, because I did actually really like the time off. I found, like... I guess I spend a non-zero amount of time, like, trying to remember or realize that, like, I have a commitment to something on a particular day. So, like Monday and Tuesday, if I scheduled something for Wednesday, then I think about the fact that I have to have something on Wednesday, so, like, just having the schedule completely clear was nice, I think. To just do nothing. Even though I was doing stuff anyways. It wasn't, like, as scheduled. Which is nice. Basically just, like, drew stuff. Drew stuff, worked on things in the shadows. Got punched in the face with bills. which is, that happened. I think most people count hanging out with friends as time off in roughly equal measure to time alone. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. And... right? But I think because I'm a workaholic, part of me, like, dies a little by being out with my friends. So it doesn't feel like 100% time off. Because I'm fighting the urge to say that I need to go home and go work on something. That's not necessarily true either, but, you know. I guess it's more in the retrospect. Like when I go, oh man, I just like didn't... I don't actually say I didn't do anything today, right? Because I'm like, oh, well, I got to be out with friends. You know, that's the thing I used my time on. But the judgment is that I did not accomplish any of my worldly goals which require me to actively put work and effort into them. Which another framing could be that the ROI is better if you take time off, which I believe in. But there's still like the gremlin voice of like, okay, but I guess the idea is that there's a precedent for like, well, I can just work myself to death. So if I just like continue working myself to death, what's really gonna happen? Like, nothing? You know? Like, I can just do that, and I can just do that forever. There's maybe also the idea that, like, working... okay, what was it? I had a thought. Yeah, I could work myself to death. Oh, taking a break. So you would assume, like, okay, well, what if you took a break on the axis that you wanted to have ROI? Right? Well then, if you took a break and then it doesn't actually, like, help you from an ROI perspective, then, like, you feel worse. Right? Which, again, like, I think the actual underlying problem has nothing to do with whether you're taking a break or not taking a break. It's literally just, like, not being chill. Well, lo and behold, it doesn't really matter if that's, doesn't really matter if I'm aware of the complex or problem. Oh my god. Which is why I overall think, like, the break was good, and I enjoyed having extra time to just chill and not exist and stuff like that. But I definitely need to remind myself when I'm, like, out with friends and stuff to, like, chill the fuck out. And stop making, like, ROI comparisons and etc. and stuff. We actually, what we did was we played Spirit Island. The thing that I said I would never actually play on this channel. We're like, play... I said, like, maybe I'll play that, like, one day. And then I determined that I didn't really want to actually do that. Well, we played Spirit Island, and we played on, like, there's different difficulties. And my one friend was like, how do I say it? My one friend, like, felt like he was sweating pretty hard. You know what I mean? He felt like he was, like, trying and, like, sweating. Oh my god. And then I casually reminded him that we were on difficulty 1, which was kind of funny. But I played the character that I deeply enjoy playing, which I guess I don't even know if anyone else is here, aside from Poi, but you remember what Spirit Island is, right? Or maybe you don't. The premise is, like, you're on an island, and you are the spirits on the island. And then, like, the, I guess, computer-controlled behavior. Yeah, it's a board game. So there's, like, there's rules enforced behavior for the AI to, like, make guys, and then they're trying to, like, overrun the island, and then as the spirits you try to stop them. But the character that I play is the bird. I don't remember what it's actually called, but its concept is that it makes portals. And all of all the things that you do relate to just like utility. You also like literally the rules text of the character says that if you kill anything, you like die. So you have presence, which represents your character on the board, and like the spaces you control on the board. So the bird, if you push anything that results in it then immediately triggering like a death or dying or something, or if you like use an attack spell, you lose a presence. And if you lose all your presence, you die. You start with like 1 or 2 presents on the board usually. So like you can't really, if your intention or hope is to like end the game when there's like 10 or 12 units on the board on turn 1, you can't exactly kill people as the bird. It would never work. But they're a support character, so they're supposed to group things and push things around and stuff. The main conceit is that, like, the order of actions that the AI has, I don't really know what to call it. Like, CPU? Like, computer? It's not a computer. I'm not sure what they use as the terminology. The invaders, that's what they say. They call them invaders, because they are. But, I've been going in the right direction. Is this the right direction? No. Oh, it's like right there, though. Yeah, the invaders have like on the first turn, they explore, then they build, then they like attack. Right? So the idea is that you can see the like turn order. And there's like rules for the turn order. So if they say they're going to build in a particular area, they can only build if people are there. So you can do stuff like prevent builds by moving them off of those tiles into different tiles. So you are like preventatively stopping HP from being on the board. Which is I personally find a very cool way of interacting with the game. Because like you could do 3 damage this turn, or you could prevent, right? You could do 3 damage this turn, or you could prevent 6 HP from existing, right? So if you have other people who are dealing damage, then them dealing damage while you're preventing like 6 HP worth of stuff from happening, or like preventing like the invaders' action economy from growing by putting them like all in one place. Like I think that's a really cool access to be interacting with the game. So I always struggle playing pure CC characters like that. In Into the Breach, there are some mechs that only push stuff, and I know they're decent to good, but I'm really bad at making good use of them. Yeah, true. I found that, well, first of all, my friends know this about me, but I really like birds. I think unsurprising to anybody who... It's like, wow, Flaris likes angel girls. Because it's girls with bird wings. Feathery wings. I like feathery wings. They're cute. And specifically, birds are small feathery creatures. They're cute. Ugh. So I tried them out. I also played, I guess, like, I used to play Anivia in League of Legends, which is like the, like, Ice Phoenix CC bird. I hate birds. That's fair. Yeah. It's funny because I feel like I don't, you know, it's not like I make it my personality or anything, right? It's not like I go around telling people, oh man, I love birds so much. It's just kind of like, I really like birds. They're cool. I like wings. I like winged creatures. So I guess I'll, you know, play a bird character. Like, maybe I have a slight inclination to playing a bird character or a winged character. So I played this bird, and I just... Yeah. I just thought the decision-making was very cool. Needing to be like, okay, how can I prevent the most amount of damage, like, next turn? or like the most amount of like HP from spawning next turn, because you can convert that into damage, right? So what would frequently happen is that, like, well, if I can take like 3 or 4 actions on turn 1, then I can literally prevent like 8 HP from spawning on the first turn, which is like effectively 8 damage next turn. Which that's a lot. The main thing though is that like you do need someone else to do damage for you. Like you do need someone who's playing a character that does damage. Otherwise you'll just like you'll push stuff around and group things and then just like die because there's no you can't get rid of anything. And also if you like move material, right? Like you move a guy off of a square that's gonna build, or isolate a tile that's like gonna explore. I soul read the deck as well, so there's a card deck that things like explore and build into and whatever, like determining where they attack. It's on a linear track, but it's funny because like the first couple of turns, if you're doing an isolate to try and stop an explore or something, like it's a pure soul read. And I literally soul read the deck like 4 times, which is hilarious. Because we were playing on a low difficulty, so oftentimes like the deck wasn't super relevant, or like the stuff there wasn't super relevant. Can I please? Hello? Oh, nice. Wow, let's go. Cool. Wow, we did it. Congratulations, us. All right, game's over. Time to go. See ya. Yeah, so basically, like, I just, like, out of a possible, I think, like, 4 tile types or something, I isolated, like, the correct tile to prevent explores, like, 4 times. It was really funny. That's not normal. For, I think, obvious reasons. Because it's random. It's pseudo-random because they don't... I think they don't share types until, like, the second phase, but... Point is that it was fun. I felt like... The unfortunate thing is that, like, you know, the game went pretty long because, like, we were still relearning... We were relearning the rules. It's been a couple of years. But, my one friend, I think, is just, like, really not good at, like, playing the game. Then my other friend, I think, is, I guess we were all relearning the rules, and there was one person who was relearning the rules and also wasn't very good at the game. So it took a little while. Because, like, the nice thing about Spirit Island that I personally like is that the game has relatively high complexity. Like, the decision-making you need to do as a player is relatively high. There's a lot of decisions to make. Which means that it's very helpful if everyone at the table kind of knows how to play their character, because then you don't need to help them make decisions for that character. In some games, like early level D&D, or there are other cooperative games that have like very simple move-shoot systems, it's kind of like it's pretty obvious what you're supposed to do, and then if people like weigh in or tell you what to do, it's like, it can be annoying. I mean, that's annoying in general, but it can be annoying because, like, you feel like you don't have a lot of agency to do anything interesting because all of the options are move and then shoot. And then you're supposed to, next turn, move and then shoot, and that's just, like, kind of what you do. Like, isn't a whole lot of decision-making. Which may be just bad board game design. But the point is, in Spirit Island, there's relatively high complexity for how you play characters. Useful if people know what they're doing. And our main DPS, we basically had 2 supports. We had another person who, like, had basically big late-game finishing power, and then we had, like, our regular DPS person. But the way their character dealt DPS, which is, it's so funny to me, like, the way that they dealt damage was that you have, I think they're called the Han. You have the people of the island, right? And they do damage during combat phase. But, like, the invaders do damage first. So there are a lot of spirits which center around using Dahan for damage, either by giving them more HP, like making them not die, having them attack like outside of the attack phase and stuff like that, or ways to deal damage using this resource. But the funny thing is that this spirit's mechanic was like this spirit's mechanic is when something gets pushed, or like, yeah, basically when something gets pushed into their square with Dahan and like them, they attack them. So like if anything gets pushed into the square, like they'll deal damage, depending like on how many Dahan there are, like what kind of ability they have active and all that stuff. Which just doesn't work with me as a push character. Like there are other push characters, but I'm playing like the super high CC level push character that only has pushing. You know? And I can't push them into his square to trigger the attack condition because I would die. So the pusher on our team couldn't push for their ability to work because I would die. The other support wasn't a push support. They were like a buff support. And then the other person was like setting up their combo turn 5 turns from now, but wasn't doing anything otherwise. So the newbie player was playing the DPS with a non-bow support and like a buff support. So the buff support guy was expediting a lot, but then he was just like, I don't know. He seemed to be getting more frustrated than I was. Like I was, you know, we were figuring stuff out. He was sweating quite a bit, but like I was just like, I mean, like, let him figure out his turn, man. Like, it's fine. Like, it's cool. It's just funny because, like, you kind of make decisions as a team, right? Like, there is team deciding stuff. I'll read those messages in a second, but there is some, like, team decision-making, which, you know, like, there's a thought process because you can see what the invaders are going to do. So it's like, okay, do we have all of the attack spaces covered, basically? Because if you let them attack, like, there's a risk of you losing the game. So generally you think, okay, how can we handle all of the attacks in this turn? If the attacks are generally good, how can we handle the building next turn? Or, like, this turn still? Like, can we stop any builds? And then can we stop any explorers? Like, that's generally the thought pattern that I use with my group. And then you kind of have to, like, point to places on the board. So it's like, okay, well, this space is covered. Like, we have something for this space. Do we have something for this space? Do we have something for this space? And then you kind of have to, like, go around the table. So depending on the difficulty, there could be a lot of spaces that you have to be figuring out. So if everyone kind of knows how to play their character and they're like, yep, I have this, 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 and this covered. Or like, I have this, 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 and this covered. Or, like, if you push for me, then I can have these and these two covered. Like, that's very common decision-making. But, like, since our DPS did not know what they were doing, like, it was very difficult to be like, ah, yes, we have that covered because our DPS is going to kill them. Which is, like, often a lot easier if they can just say, no, don't worry, they're dead. Like, I'm gonna remove that square, it's fine. So, anyways, I'm saying that it took a little bit longer. It took like 6 hours. I think normal playtime is like around 2. It's around 2 hours to resolve a game of Spirit Island. But I had a lot of fun. I wanted to play it again. But we took so fucking long with the first game. But we couldn't run it back. Store closed. Okay. Depends if it's some team attack that requires specific positioning from both parties. They kind of need to interject. Yes. I don't remember the context of why you're saying that, but I agree with the general sentiment. Right? Like, if you're doing a team attack kind of thing, then you need to, like, coordinate with your team in order to get that to work. Which is frequently, like, a way to get it to work. But what I'm saying is that, like, if the team attack is, like, very basic and it's, like, facilitated by moving and shooting, it's kind of, like, I don't know. It becomes annoying. But I think the mediator against this is that, like, if you have unique verbs, which I think Spirit Island does a really good job of doing, like, having unique verbs for each spirit is you can kind of look for the permutations and like the combinations of how to use all of those verbs together, because there's a lot of decisions. Each spirit starts with like multiple unique starting abilities, and other so there's basically the abilities you get depending on what card combinations you play, and then each spirit has 4 cards. Bird starts with 6 cards because they're a support mage, basically. So looking for the combination between like four card sets of 4, like 16 different cards, can result in a lot of like dynamic play. So I think the game is fun. While play your role works well for the most part, it's still good to tell a teammate about a possible line of play on occasion. Oh yeah, no, like that's what I was saying, right? Is that like, I think communicating with your team in a team-based game is good. It's just like, how do the mechanics like help support that like mode of play? Like, what is actually help? I can probably be doing a run right now because I want to farm, and then I'm probably gonna farm and then leave, and then it's gonna be really funny when I leave and then. Anyways, because I would have accomplished nothing. I mean, I guess we already won a level 100 run, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, so like communicating about what plays to make, I think is like completely reasonable. Like that's good. This is fine. I tend to run on 49. I think this one. I guess the debuffs don't really matter. It's usually something like this. Maybe the potentials. Why does this feel off? There we go. Something like this. But yeah, coordinating with your team is cool, and like it just depends on what level the decision making is, right? Because again, if the verbs are all the same, if everyone has all the same verbs, and the verbs are very simple, and like there isn't a whole lot to choose with the verbs, it's like shoot what's in front of you. It's like, okay, great. I mean, like what did we get from that? Like how complicated was that really? Man, I do not know which ones of these are important. I just like really don't know. I have like a lot of summon ice spikes for some reason. The new character is already out. I should probably give her a try. Yes, it is. The new character is out. I tried her. I was like, meh. So first of all, she has like 60 or something potential combinations, which is ridiculous. Like that's literally insane. I don't know why I have 2 light waves. Why do I have 2 light wave things? I have attack light wave and I have light wave spread. These are the same thing. Oh, this doesn't have flexible charging. I don't know what I'm supposed to be keeping. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like she's too. I was gonna say big brain. He's back. Yippee! Welcome, Rue. Welcome. I am back. I do, in fact, still exist. I enjoyed my time off. I was sharing a story about I was playing Spirit Island with my friends. It was fun. I had a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of what am I farming for? I want electricity. That's another thing. I'm gonna go back. I want to farm a set of electricity and lightning spear, because that's kind of the standard build I've been using. What do I have equipped? Escape death. You're below 90%, restore to 90. That's interesting, but probably not what I want. Oh yeah, I was using like the combo damage and stuff. And you had bonding and carnal intercourse? What the fuck? Huh? Huh? I guess you can see messages that are hidden, which is kind of funny, but like, no. I did not have carnal intercourse with my friends. Darn, I sure wish I did. Why not? Because none of them are cute femboys, unfortunately. And unfortunately, as I've said multiple times, I am not a cute femboy. As much as I wish I was. Darn. We, immersion breaking already. Literally the worst. I'm actively the worst. I don't want to do this. Your shadows become a shadow spike. I need dash lightning bolt and lightning orbs. So I think I can take attack light wave. Because I'm just this one I'm going for two things. I'm going for it's like lightning spear and like the red tactic lightning spear and the orbs, and then the other one I don't really know what I'm going for. I think it's like skill light spear and something like that. But anyways. Let's do this. Let's not take any other. Was there a different one that why do I have two of these? Why do I have two? Why are there two? My god. What's the other one thing what I'm doing? I just not take another one maybe because I'm on like difficulty 0, so it doesn't matter. I guess I could take this Frostburst and then not use it. Because this just doesn't do anything. I would have it, but it doesn't do anything. That's so funny. That makes sense. Any cute femboy would know to keep away from you. I mean, honestly, you're right. Unfortunately, the case. Yeah, Edelgard would hate this game. Talking about the power press and stuff. Use oh my god. Okay, welcome, Rants. What the fuck? I just started, though. Okay. I mean, so here's what we're doing, is we're farming right now. So what I'm gonna do, like, I'm farming for a specific thing. Like, a specific set of talents. We can play Rachel. But I'm gonna, like... I'm gonna do it after. Thank you for the super. How's it going? Yeah, I don't know. It felt super weird. I want to say this is a weird, you know, weird parasocial behavior. That I'm like, man, I just haven't, I didn't talk at all. Or just wake up on Wednesday and be like, I didn't yap. There was no yapping. No yapping happened today. Didn't yap at anybody. Just kind of sat in my corner and did stuff. It's so weird. It feels weird. But, I think I need Dash Thunderbolt. It's going good. It also felt weird not seeing you stream. Yeah. It's like, man. We're in deep in the parasocial behavior. I guess we're like 3 years deep in the parasocial behavior. Yeah, I felt pretty comfortable taking a break. I mean, I don't think this is like necessarily a good thing, but I was kind of like, oh yeah, I guess I could just like, you just keep doing this. Just like, don't need to go live at all. Like, never go live. Just because like a lot of, suppose a non-zero amount of stuff has been moving forward in my life, and then I'm kind of like, oh, well, I mean, you know, there was definitely, yeah, he hates, oh my god. Crybabies! Just a bunch of, oh my god. Just a bunch of crybabies. Why is everyone crying? That's so funny. That's stupid. It's just stupid. Why is everybody crying? There's no reason to be crying in this chat. I don't know. Because I felt like there was definitely a part of me, right, that was like, oh, well, maybe I get into content creation and then live the dream of everyone really likes you, and then you make it big, and then you make a lot of money because you say funny things on the internet, and right, that's a dream. I think part of that was part of my image of why I was here to start, and then it sort of shifted over time where I was like, no, I mean, I kind of just like yapping for 2 hours on the internet. 2 hours or so. I guess another part of it was like making sure I had time to play video games because I didn't want to become so much of a workaholic that I literally never played games ever. So there was that too. But it was definitely like, you know, like I feel like I want to go back, not be too stressed. Which, as long as there's people to talk to, I think that's fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, no one literally to literally bully. No one to literally bully. I understand. I mean, I don't, but I do, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like... I'm trying to think of if I've ever watched... Like, not if I've ever watched, but, like, if I've specifically watched people because I want to, like, make fun of them, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, if the purpose of watching the streamer is to, like, kind of bully them. And it's like... I mean... That's kind of weird, right? Like, I feel like I don't really do that. Right? But that's also because I'm a lurker. Like, I don't really talk in people's chats, so... So I don't partake in the bullying. I just watch other people do the bullying. I guess that's kind of the same thing, right? If I'm watching other people doing the bullying, then it's like the same thing. I mean, you can call me short now. I could even shrink myself. I could become even smaller. Would that satisfy? Oh! Satisfy you? Sorry, so the purpose of doing this, sorry, I was saying that, like, you don't need to even complete these runs. Oftentimes, as long as you get the thing you're looking for, you should have enough legacy points or Evo value or whatever to have 2 things. So, like, you can finish a run as early as the first boss. And then have the trait stored. Impossible? What? I can't be smaller? Why is that impossible? Friendly reminder that I am 5'3"? 3? I'm pretty sure it's 3. If you include the top of my hair, I'm like 5'3". So, you know. You're a quark? What the... Welcome, Cavalier. I'm literally not even that small. Just because... Listen. Just because they had to go out of their way to make a special breastplate for me that specifically fits me, right? Like, you know, just because I had gear, like dresses and breastplates fitted specifically to me because of my weird body proportions of having a dump truck ass. Just because that's the case does not mean I'm small. Does not mean that there's anything... It's normal. 6 feet or small? What if I became a spider? I would have 8 feet. That's what we should call people who are 8 feet tall. Spiders. Oh, I just realized I have no HP. Why do I have no HP? The hell? Okay, well, I mean, we have Dash, Thunderbolt, and Lightning Orb, so we can technically take this. But that means that the other half of this needs to be, like, all of the, I guess, skill. Because what I want to get is basically, I want to inherit this. Lightning Orb, Thunderbolt, and Lightning Orb is what I want on this character. Time ran out versus the boss. Ah, I see. That would do it. So we need to get more lightning tiles. I mean, all good plate armor should be personally fitted for the user. Yeah, exactly! This is normal. It's normal. It's normal. They definitely did not comment on how tiny my frame was in relation to crafting tiny armor. That'd be ridiculous. I'm glad you're playing this game. I miss these characters. Like, I love Guilty Gear, but grew up on Blazblue. That's fine. Or fun? I don't know what to say. I also really like the Blazblue aesthetic, just for the record. Like, I didn't play fighting games, really. But I wished I could play Blazblue. I just, like, couldn't play because I'm bad. The only fighting games I played was Sopedia, and it was to throw me. It was to play against the Sopedia CPU and get thrown around. None of these. This is terrible. I'm not getting the thing. Not getting the thing that I want. Skill cold. Oh my. It's the worst. The worst! But yeah, I picked this game because I thought it'd be good for yapping and because I was playing it recently. I also thought about maybe Helldivers. I haven't really been vibing with Helldivers recently. It's really funny too because like a lot of people talked about how they didn't really like the balancing strategy in Helldivers. Like they felt like it was very aggressive and people weren't really huge on it, and like I can totally understand from the player perspective of like why people feel that way, because like it's literally just loss aversion. Like players experience loss aversion, and I think that's like a very basic thing that all game designers should understand, is that players feel loss aversion. So you need to be very careful when you're nerfing things, especially stuff that people like using. So they felt like the balance team was very aggressive. I wasn't super huge on that. Like, I felt actually a lot of the nerfs were reasonable. And, like, I felt like a lot of their justifications made sense to me, like, from a game design perspective. So, for example, the Eruptor was nerfed because it was doing way too many things. It was just simply doing way too many things. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, that makes sense. As long as they keep the identity that it's kind of this, like, bolt-action rifle that does, like, really, really high damage. This is fine. But then they nerfed it into the ground. And then they tried to fix it. And then it, like, still kind of sucks. Like, it's fine, but it's not very good. And then in the most recent patch, they nerfed the flamethrower. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know if they're planning on changing it back. But the point is that one of the new patches dropped for Helldivers. I've really been relying on the flamethrower a lot because I'm bad at the game, and I felt like the flamethrower was a really good weapon for me as a bad player to use. It was very all-purpose, all-encompassing, and then I couldn't kill chargers anymore, so I was confused. So I don't know if they did something about that, but I personally was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna close this game and then probably not open it for a while. The one thing I'll give Blazblue is that Susanue's super unlock mechanic is very cool. Well, moves, I guess, not supers. I don't know what it is. I know each character sort of has like a bit of a gimmick to... They'll manage some gauge or randomization or something, I don't know. Deeprock needs to nerf Thin Containment Field so badly. You want to nerf it so bad. You're literally obsessed with nerfing it. I spent most of my time off watching GG. What the fuck is this? Why? Oh my god. Why am I doing 2 Rachel runs? Why do you specifically want me to do 2? Why? Oh my god, how? I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill this boss. This sucks. Spent all of my time watching Chi-Chi. She's a cool character. She's cute. She's cool. So she's... You put those together and then you find that she's cool. God, I hate needing to play Jin! There's no fucking damage. And it's like, well, maybe if you played the character correctly or didn't... Ow! If you didn't pass up... God, I hate this. God, I hate this. Just let me... Please. I haven't even seen this mechanic before. What is this? What the fuck is this? I literally have never seen him summon like 3 tornadoes. Ever. She's cute and cool. That makes her cool. I think TCF Terrain Carve should be removed entirely. I don't know what any of these do. I mean, you can elucidate if you like. I don't know what Thin Containment Field does and all these things. Yeah. Oh, well, we died. Yeah, the thing is, like, I generally think that it's tough for games that have, like, a lot of, like, guns, abilities, etc. Like, you would think, oh, like, that's pretty... Wow. We got fucked. We fucking suck at this game. This is really not what I want to do. Coconut... Oh my god. This is a lot of runs. We only have 50 minutes, my dude. Well, thank you for the supas. I appreciate all of these. I'm gonna like them. We'll try our best. I was gonna farm for abilities and then go from there, but I think guess we'll just play other Eva types. I'll just turn it on full blast. See if I can farm I'm gonna do it the other way around, because again, this is actually... Do I want to go back to level difficulty 49? The thing is, I do really want to, like, get this build together. Like, we are farming right now. So let's try... let's try getting it together and then go from there. So let's do you, and then... Thunderbolt Light Spear. When your Thunderbolt hits an enemy, spawns a Light Spear. That's the ability we want to inherit. You can't inherit Skill Light Spear. Can't inherit Orbiting Lightning Orb. So what we basically want to have is like Skill Light Spear plus Thunderbolt Light Spear. I guess that means that S is actually our secondary. Like those are actually the things that you want. The only problem is we don't have... Oh, I should have taken Dash Lightning Bolt. Then I think this would have worked. No, because the thing that I want to inherit is... Yeah, we would need to play another Jin run. Damn, well, this sucks. Then maybe I just try to get a win. What can we do? Is there any broken shit we can do? God, I wish that were me. I mean, what? squeesh. Squeesh. Get squeesh. Maybe this. And then there, I should have a dashing shadow something. This, it's probably this one. Dashing shadow, shadow enhancement. Do I have a dashing shadow, double shadow? Because I think that's the correct one. No, but I have this. Why do I have duplicates? Why do I have both of these? What is the point? When would I ever be playing Jin except to farm? God damn it. Okay, let's try this. Okay, I don't really understand how this character works. Except that you throw Lebettas at people, and then... I think you can do... How do you do that? Yeah, so you can throw Lebettas at people, and then you can pop the mark by pressing Y. That's all I really know how to do. That is the only thing I know how to do. And I don't even know how effective that is. Or Lobelias? I don't know what it's called. I mean, this spin has really good multi-hit. Maybe there's something there. Need to get cold attack. Oh, I guess that's the problem, is I don't have cold attack. I only just have the dashing shadow and the other thing. You can jump 3 times when you get knocked away. You can recover your stance. Probably not this. Increase the maximum number of summoned entities. Extends the lightning strike duration. The rod's damage no longer decreases and can break super armor. Okay, I don't know. This is probably correct. During a match, you can select. It's done through using specific moves to move the selection across a list, and by hitting a specific set of moves, you unlock the selected moves for the rest of the match. Interesting. So you basically like try to hit specific. Wait, what did I do there? So confused. How did I put like a wind thing on the whatever. This is probably good. Oh, I forgot you basically played no Deep Rock. Yeah, I played enough to feel like I experienced the game, but I didn't like get to any meta builds or whatever. Like I just played. I played long enough to get the sniper rifle on Scout, and then I did some solo runs on Scout, and I was like, cool. We have played the game. We have officially played the game. Also because my friends did the thing. They did this with Helldivers as well. The typical, like, okay, let's play a game like one time, and then we can't really organize, and then we don't. We don't end up playing again. I don't know how she plays. I don't know how she plays in this game, just like the character Enjoy the Nerd. Oh. Or not Enjoy the Nerd. Enjoy the character. Enjoy playing the character. I mean, the only thing is that she's kind of complicated, you know? It's like a... I just realized I took attack lightning strike when I have ice, which is not really where you want to be at. Span! I don't think there's an overlap with them. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, Chief. Yeah, were you gonna tell me, Cavalier, what those things do in Deep Rock? Because I don't. Because I still have no idea. Oh yeah, what was I talking about? Balancing for Helldivers. I think I mostly finished up what I was saying there. Hey Sasa, how's it going? How are you? What up? Oh ho! I mean, I literally think I'm just supposed to be throwing balls at them. I think that's what this character does. I throw balls and then I go zap. Throw a ball, I go zap. I don't know if there's like a... I'm supposed to set that up somehow. I have no idea. You cut yourself off while commenting on the Susanoo move selection. Oh, I think no, I said like that's interesting. Or I said it was interesting that you have to like set up... Oh, I think... I was gonna say it reminds me of Exceed, like the second season of Exceed, because you had to land attacks and then those attacks would become transformations. And those transformations would like determine what like types of moves you had. So I saw a through line there. Okay, well, I mean, why is the attack speed on this so goddamn slow? Like, there's gotta be a build that's just spam the lightning strike, right? Because that feels like what I want to be doing. Yeah, the character I played in summons a storm. I don't know what that does. The character I played in Exceed Season 2 was, which is a long time ago now that I think about it, was Seijin. A lot of Seijin's transformations had to do with discarding cards to make your attacks more powerful. So she was card draw centric, and then you would discard your cards to like do more stuff. I thought she was pretty strong, and also I felt like I was pretty good at the game. And then it was told to me that, you know, Seijin is only good if people don't pressure you, because like you can maintain a high hand size if people like literally don't keep attacking you. A lot of it was very there were some pretty specific transformations. I think one of them was like you could discard cards for attack range. That one was pretty important. What the? I was floating. This upward attack feels really bad. One feels like it doesn't do anything. Okay. TCF is the containment, or is thin containment field. Terrain carve is a radius which dictates how much of the destructible environment an explosion destroys. Okay. Terrain carve is a radius. Okay. I don't know what thin containment field does. So what is the like broken thing about it, I guess? Like what makes it not fun to play the game? %. All my friends are so obsessed with card games now. Flower, what have you done to them? I don't know. Do they watch my stream? Maybe I hypnotize them with my thighs. Because, you know... Like, honestly, if there was a cute anime girl with thick thighs that told me to play card games, like, you know, maybe I would do it. I'm a simple flag bearer. I think with my flagpole, TBH, most of the time. Pretty shamelessly. It is funny. I feel like I've been seeing more people like play card games recently as well. And I don't... It's literally the like, where were you when I was caring a lot about competing and being good at card games? How dare you only show up now? Yeah, I talked to some coworkers today about Magic. And I was literally like, told them about my troll deck. Zedru troll deck. They didn't have as visceral of a reaction as I'd hoped. Because every time I try to explain the deck to people, I make it apparent that my goal is to, like, make people want to stop playing the game. Like, the goal of the deck is this. Summon the wind that blows bullets enemies. Yeah, I don't know if this is important. How do I actually blow myself? Because I had a way of hovering. Oh! Hehe! Arcana? Maybe it's Lorcana? That's the Disney card game. Lorcana is the Disney card game. It's difficult for most people, their ribs get in the way. God damn it. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's why you gotta... Can't blow yourself. You know, there's at least... There's other options. Anyways. Okay. Oh, but seriously, seems like everyone around me is obsessed with card games. Oh, yeah, so you were talking about the Disney card game. Yeah, Lorcana. Okay, that is that one. Can't tell if this is effective or not. It feels like... Oh, I'm about to die. It's like, I wanted to do the... Oh my god. Ugh! Okay. We're still alive. We have 17 HP left, but we're still alive. Come on. Nine death refreshes. No 9 death refreshes, god damn it. Okay. Speaking of Exceed, I'm sad that the makers don't ship it to Norway, or at least not anywhere near me, so I can't buy the Guilty Gear set. I haven't found any third-party resellers. Damn, that's too bad. That's too bad. We're absolutely about to die. What? Oh, what the fuck? See, I was like, maybe we can keep this, the other one. Yeah, these ones. Probably good. Save. But yeah, Exceed is like decently fun. Like it has decent depth to like get into, so even if you just played the Guilty Gear set, I think that's reasonable. Okay, I guess we're gonna try it again. Okay, it's already a strong combat tool. This is the terrain carve or whatever. That also instantly mines an entire 3-meter radius and completely trivializes all the mining in the mining game. Oh, I see. So it's like a good mining tool, basically. So because it's the best at mining in the mining game, you just kind of like do the one thing and then don't really do other things. I guess that's fair. I know that in Warframe that kind of happened with, how do I say? It happened with like all the AoE casters, which I think, you know, the game changed pretty considerably since I last played it, but there was a point in time where I was like, okay, well, I don't really want to play this game because there's AoE casters, and then it's like if I'm just trying to play the game, like if I'm playing a game that's about like parkouring around and like shooting at things, then like why am I playing with people who just like kill everything on the map with their AoE casting? Right? It just kind of like it just like it undermines like what could be fun to other players. So if you have like a person who is like very proficient at mining things using this like very strong mining tool, then I could see why that would like remove the fun for you. Which is why like it's really hard to make, I think, skills that interact with core systems of the game. Which I guess you would say like, okay, well then literally what do you make things about? I don't know. But like generally, right? Like if there's a very important core system to the game, like I would even say like the grappling hook is like a, okay, well, it's like, man, I really wish I had a grappling hook and could like literally go anywhere, right? Some people are annoyed by that because it's like, well, if I want movement, then like all my movement sucks by comparison. So you want to have things that are unique on their own axis and whatever. Here's the movement distance and spread range of Whirlwind, and the remaining small whirlwinds also deal damage. I have no idea what this does. It costs almost nothing to use. Well, that's obviously like a... There's no opportunity cost to using the thing, then like, yeah. If it's really strong at mining and there's basically no opportunity cost, then like, okay, well... Which I'm guessing the opportunity cost is choosing it as like your build, right? Like, if presumably you are sacrificing other things in order to choose this ability over others. But if you tell me it's like a base class ability, then that's just kind of like, okay, well... I was assuming this is autocorrect, but yeah, Lorcana is a card game. So weird, especially when my friends talk about it. Hercules so weak, but Piglet Man, he's OP. I mean, yeah, it's kind of what you get with those games, right? Because you'll be like, oh, Hercules, we're gonna make him like a 9 mana. I know this isn't really how that game works, but we're gonna make them like a 9 mana super OP, like can never die. Like the most strongest powerful unit ever, and then you go like, okay, well, the game is about 1 and 2 costs, and you never cast 9 costs, so like what is really the most powerful card? Is it the one you can play for 1 mana, or the 9 mana card that you're literally never gonna cast? Oh my goodness, I'm just dying. Oh, so my X string throws out a tornado now. Like it used to do that, but now it's persistent. It's a persistent tornado. What in the fuck is this? Enters chanting state. Getting different effects based on subsequent commands. Damn! Fucking someone at this company, like Rachel is someone's daughter at this company for real. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Why can't I make myself invulnerable? This makes no sense. Lazy Sasuke OP vampire? I mean, the thing is, I don't understand what the fuck I'm supposed to do. It's so complicated. It's part of the reason why I didn't want to play her the first time when I opened up the game again, but okay, there's too much stuff in chat to read. Scroll up. Okay. The only real thing I know about Lorcana aside from general mechanics is that instead of banning an insanely busted card, they just nerfed it 3 ways to where the card is basically a different card. That's super funny, TBH. Imagine trying to do erratas for a physical card game. It's intended as a weapon first and foremost, according to dev statements. It also coincidentally also coincidentally better than all the primary mining focus tools by an order of magnitude. You sacrifice one of 2 mediocre Comet upgrades to run TCF in your build. I mean, the thing is, like, if it's a weapon first and foremost, then, like, surely you could just, like, nerf its ability to mine and just make it, like, a secondary thing. Like, it interacts with terrain, but not in a very meaningful way, right? Like, I don't... You know... The thing is, like, I wonder if they don't nerf it because, like... You know, because they don't... Like, I say don't care, but again, if it's sort of like, okay, well... Like... If people are having fun with it, and, like, maybe there's a reason to not use it, because all the TCF abusers cry about it. Well, like, this is the thing, right? Like, this is very strong language, right? To say, like, oh, like, those people are TCF abusers. Like, that's the term that you're labeling them as, right? It's not clear to me yet whether or not this is actually a problem, right? You've explained that it's very strong and it does a lot of things, and I can agree with the premises about, like, why this thing is strong and how I could see that it has overlap. But, like, it's not actually clear to me whether or not this is, like, okay, I mean, it's really strong at mining and, like, it's a good weapon. Like, isn't that also just okay? Or is it not okay? Like, why is that not okay? I guess. Right? Like, people are allowed to run things that aren't meta, for example. So, you know, there is still a question in my mind about, like, okay, you know, is it fair to, like, let people have their fun, basically? Because the reverse is true for Helldivers. They've basically nerfed everything that's fun into the ground, and people get kind of angry about it. Right? So sure, you could say, like, well, these people will cry about it, which is totally fair. They probably will. This is accurate. But at the same time, like, you know, sure, they might cry about it, but also, like, maybe it's just fine? Right? Like, maybe it's just okay. Unless it's not. Because, again, I don't really understand the landscape of the game, so, like, I just don't know. I don't like that I chose to take this chant thing because I have no fucking idea what it does. Summons a large tornado at enemies' locations. What the I mean... I hate this. The Helldivers community is certainly crying about it. Yeah, they're definitely crying something. It's really funny, too, because I think it's a really good example of now people have a precedent to talk about how complaining in a video game community, like, had an impact, which I don't think is is necessarily a good precedent to set. Like, to be completely honest with you. like, I don't really know how to say this, right? But, like, okay, so players are convinced they know what the solution is 90% of the time, right? But I can almost assure you that some of those solutions are really bad. Like, I don't really know how else to say it. It's like, you'll say a game design solution is just fucking bad. Like, this is a bad solution. Like, this literally is not a good solution. Right? Like, some people go like, nah, you just shouldn't have nerfed the Eruptor. It should have had its original functionality of ricochet bugging through chargers and one-shotting them. That's like, well, that's just not a real solution. Like, that's probably just not okay. So I don't like the precedent that it sets. I think that players and devs should be on the same team about making a good experience, right? Which means that I think that devs should extend understanding more to the community about what they think the game should be. Like, they should listen to what the players think the game should be. But at the same time, I think that players don't take it upon themselves to understand the kind of game that the dev is trying to make. Which I think some people would say, like, well, that doesn't matter, just make the thing for me. Right? It's like, no, just make the thing that I want. Right? Which, like, I guess the thing that I would say, right, Like this is kind of the thing that I understand. Maybe a bit to myself, but also maybe in regard to like, what the fuck? In regard to modern day marketing and stuff like that, right? Which is that like a lot of people don't know what they want. You know what I mean? Like they just don't, like they don't know what they want until an advertisement shoves it in their face. Right? Like they literally just don't know what they want. So the thing is, like, someone needs to come around and be, what the okay, I got sent to the fucking moon. Right? So I think a lot of the time, what's getting identified is like, hey, there is a thing that I like about the game, so please keep it there so that I can play the thing in that game. And I think that's fair. Right? Like, if I make something, right, and then I go like, okay, well, you know, Flag Bearer is about, like, dirtling around and time-walking your opponent into oblivion, right? And then people tell me, like, okay, well, you know, that's really fun and great that you think that. That is the fun thing about Flag Bearer. But also there's this, like, really cool stance stuff. And it's really fun to stance and have, like, 20 stacks of inspiration. Right? So it's like, it's a bit of give and take. Right? It's like, and I think you can only really achieve that if you're, like, on the same page. Right? So, like, I don't, you know, like, I think a lot of players aren't game designers because they're, like, bad at game design. Frankly. Like, they just literally don't understand that if you, like, change a particular number in one place, that it will have, like, sweeping consequences for the rest of the game design. Like, so, you know, if I try to explain to you that the Eruptor can't kill chargers because it means that every single other explosive weapon that ever gets made for the rest of time as a primary will now need to be compared to the Eruptor on the axis that the Eruptor can fucking kill chargers. All of your design space for explosive weapons is fucked. It's fucked. Like, you can't... What the fuck are you supposed to do about that? Right? So it's like players literally don't understand these things. Like, they can't see the cause and effect of, like, making a decision like, oh yeah, just, like, let the Eruptor be really strong. It's like, I would love to do that. You know? And quite frankly, I think there's literally been articles written about sniper rifles in shooter games. And how, like, they're so absurdly ridiculous to balance for. Because, like, you just can't... Like, it's really fun to propagate this gameplay of, like, clicking on heads with a sniper rifle, but at the same time, if you're really good at clicking on heads with a sniper rifle, then every other gun fucking sucks. So, like, they're miserable to balance for. So yeah, my point is I think that players often have a good intuition for what's going right in a game, and they also have really good intuition for knowing when something is kind of wrong. I generally like to, like, listen to players as well. Just, like, for the record, like, I think I really, really, like, I really listen to players in playtest reports. Like 1,000,000% I advocate for players in playtest reports. But, like, it's a relationship, right? It's not, like, just one way, like I'm gonna complain about this one very specific thing, and it needs to change, or I'm gonna continue to be mad. It's like, no, I actually think you're gonna continue to be mad and complain about basically everything. Because people like to complain. Like, it's been my experience. Like, you'll fix one thing, and then people will just, like, complain about something else. We'll always find something to complain about. So, like, I don't know. I like the idea of being able to have open dialogue with players and, like, listen to reports, but I felt like the necessary required amount of noise in order to get, like, Sony to fuck off in the initial Helldivers thing, like, sets a really bad precedent that, like, complaining gets results. When I think that that needs to not always be the case. Okay. What was the other things said here? I was unfortunately witness to some Helldive. Oh my fucking god. I should really pay attention. I was unfortunately witness to some Helldivers discourse TM, and the take of the devs and players have different goals seemed like the most reasonable take, and people were countering with essentially the customer is always right. Yeah, see, again, this is the thing. Like, it's really weird for people to have this opinion, because, like, to be completely honest with you, like, I've seen art commissions ruined over this. Right? Where, like, an artist will, like, produce something that's, like, really good, fairly reasonable, and then it's like, well, I want this changed about it. But, like, the customer has no fucking idea what they're talking about. They get the thing changed, it looks worse, and then they're like, why does it look bad? Well, like, I don't know, man. Maybe because you didn't know what the fuck you were talking about and asked for a change? Like, the customer isn't always right, frankly. That doesn't mean I think it's bad to listen to them. That doesn't mean I think it's bad to, like, take it into consideration and, like, actually think about it. Like, I'm not saying, like, oh, consider it, put a pin in it, and then be like, oh, but I'm a game designer, so I know way better than you, and I would never listen to these filthy hooligans that call themselves players. Like, of course not. No one's fucking saying that. Or at least I'm not. Right? But, like, to me, I guess the framing is always, like, it's like communication, right? Like, communication can only happen if there's, like, at least 60-40 both sides. So it's like, if you tell me the things that you kind of see in the experience that you're interested in, I can consider that and see how I want to facilitate that. And then I have the added role of being like, well, I have to consider all the other things. So what about all the other players? Who, for example, don't want the Eruptor being the only primary weapon they see on their squad. So, like, you know, what is the consideration there? There are definitely some player bases where I would not listen to their hooligan opinions. Listen, I'm just trying to stuff counter arguments before I start, or before I have to deal with people being like, well, you're a pretentious game designer, of course you would never understand us. Because I guess, okay, well, I died. I'm sorry these runs aren't great, but, like, genuinely, this character is way too complicated, and I'm yapping. This is supposed to be a yapping stream. This is for yapping. So, again, like, it's not that I think players, like, have it wrong, or that developers have it right. Like, it's not like one is ultimately 100% right or wrong. It's that, like, I think a keen game designer would see that there's value in what the players are saying, and then look for a way to maintain the experience as they understand it, like, maintain what is fun about that experience, and then facilitate what the players are asking. And sometimes that's hard to do, because, like, in order to keep the game design of Helldivers fair, you have to do stuff like nerf the Eruptor, and then people get really mad about it, and it's like, okay, but I think that was the correct call. Like, I think that was actually right. But it's just, like, it's literally just loss aversion, I don't know. I think people lose things that they like and then get mad, and that's just, like, kind of what happens, so, you know. Okay, what are you talking about? My solution is always the best. Anyways, Helldivers should quit being shooters and be a fighting game, so we can suplex the aliens. Helldivers. Yeah, and again, my thing is that, like, I think that the players who are playing the game have a good understanding of what they like about the game, and can, like, identify when something feels off about that experience. Like, I think this is all valid, and you should take into consideration. But also, once again, like, I think it's pertinent for players to understand that, like, devs are also trying to make a good experience. And being, like, heavily adversarial with the devs, I think, isn't, like, a good way to progress. Right? Like, I listen, I don't know if this is just me, but, like, if you take an adversarial relationship especially one that is predicated on like one person complaining all the time, like, you know, like complaining and people pleasing for one person all the time because you believe you have all the power instead of having like more or less a 50-50 relationship. Like 50-50, 60-40, whatever, right? Like some freedom on both sides of the relationship. Like, I don't know about you, but like it does not seem very good. Like, I just don't think it seems very good when you have one person who's just like complaining all the time for things to change. You know, something's like slightly wrong for them, like bam, complaining and whining, and you're wrong, and it's your fault, and you need to fix it. All the time? I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, listen. This is my, like, pure schizo take. If you want to hear it. Because I think it's funny. But I do think that, like, part of buffing, nerfing, or refusing to buff or nerf things is literally just to, like have things for people to complain about. So let's say it like this, right? You know, let's say it this way. Let's say that the thing you're complaining about is pretty low priority for the dev team, right? So let's say for a second TCF is like low priority on the imbalance scale for the balance team. You know, it's a really good way to have people not complain about new other problems is to leave the one problem there so people continue complaining about it and then don't and then they don't have other things to complain about. Like, they just keep complaining about the one thing that you know isn't really affecting the balance. And then you can continue staying mad about that while they do literally anything else. That's my actual, like, pure schizo take of, like, why certain things don't get changed. I think you should have all players and developers just fight. Whoever wins gets their idea realized. Yeah, like, literally just, they fight in a gladiatorial arena. Yeah. Really? Is that super political? Is my general understanding of how healthy relationships work political? Damn. I have to become a politics streamer. Yeah. Listen, I know this might be hard to believe. I know this might be really hard for people in my chat to believe. But I think, generally, when I talk to people in real life, and in my workplace, and basically in every other place, usually people treat me with some degree of, like, respect, you know? And people generally like talking to me. which is a funny thing to say in abstract, and could be clipped out of context to make me look like the most pompous asshole imaginable. Like, and listen, like, I'm just saying it as an observation, right? So, like, I personally feel like I have something figured out about, like, communication, for lack of a better way of putting it. I think the best way to make a good product is to, like, have some customer input, and then also to not require the player base to, like, scream as loud as possible to get something done. I mean, very divided political spheres often view the other side as just whiners and want everything to be like they want. Yeah, I mean, see, the funny thing about that is because, like, how do I say this? I'm trying to figure out how to wrap it all around into like a bow. But yes, like the idea that like people are just whining and want things to be a particular way, like doesn't actually solve the problem, right? Which is why I think it's really important to, instead of whining and just complaining about everything, is to like try to have some amount of mutual respect and like, you know, communication. I just found the parallel a bit funny. Yeah, this is fair. Well, because like, think about it this way, right? You know, you're trying to undermine what the other person is saying by saying they're like just complaining about nothing, right? Which I don't think is fair, right? Like in the actual practical nature of like coming up with good game design solutions, like I don't think it's fair. Like I don't think it accurately solves anything. I don't know if I can get the upgrade at this point. Anyways, hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, like, I think in the case of this, like, PCF thing, like, and my understanding of the problem is that, like, it trivializes, it's low opportunity cost, it trivializes one of the main mechanics of the game, and it appears to be a dominant strategy outside of that. So, like, there are reasons why it's a dominant strategy, but I think even outside of that, people are choosing to use it as a dominant strategy, which is distinct from just it being a good idea. So, like I said, technically you could spend 7 billion years mastering the sniper rifle, and it's the best. But, like, I do actually think the problem is something akin to, it does too many things, and then you kind of have to pick a side of, like, what do you think is best? Like, what role does it fill better that will, like, what part of the identity can you keep intact so that the players can have fun? Family communication is also a strong spot for me, which I find weird since I'm an antisocial hermit. So many people say communication is my strength. I mean, to be completely honest with you, the way that I view it is that, like, there are people who communicate, who, like, socialize, right? Like an extrovert who relies on, like, social, or how do you say it? An extrovert that relies specifically on the opinions of others to, like bolster their ego. Like, literally a narcissist, basically. Right? So, like, those people can get, like, good at communication, in air quotes, in a way that is very people-pleasing, so that they, like, can get affection. Right? But I think the people who don't spend a lot of time talking to other people are just like, listen, like, communication is a tool. Like, I don't need it all the time, and, like, I'm not overly invested in this conversation and require you to, like, validate me. Which isn't true all the time. I think there are people's opinions that I care about, or, like, I think overall, like, I will say opinions or things out loud because, like, I am looking for, like hopefully people to, like, agree or resonate with what I'm saying, right? But, like, nothing's at stake, you know what I mean? So, like, you can speak freely. Whereas I think someone who's, like, more wrapped up in, like, what the social consequences are, like, will not speak as freely. Or you could also say that there's no correlation between all of these things. It just so happens that there are two people who don't touch as much grass, who aren't stupid as fuck, who can do better than the Helldivers discourse. Oh man. Not hard to be better than them. Yeah. Which is really, you know, I think it's unfortunate that, like, that's really funny, and also I agree because it's really funny, and also I agree because, like, damn, the Helldivers community is whiny as fuck. Like, I agree with all of those things. But at the same time, once again, there's, like, the like, game designer part of me that wants to say, like, well, like, you know, there's something in there. There's something you should be listening to in there. It's just like the players aren't making it easy for you because they're like whining as loud as possible. Also, the whole Eruptor thing was like literally when I was like, okay, none of these people understand. The entirety of the Eruptor discourse basically single-handedly proved to me that they would never understand. Really funny to me, TBH. Do I want any of these? Oh. For me, I try and do engage what people are talking about, but I just get quickly tired out with large crowds, man. Like, I don't know how people enjoy all that noise. Yeah, I think I also don't really like noise or large crowds in general. Like, I just don't like noise in general. I like my room because there isn't noise. Well, if you don't like noise flares, then why the fuck are you yapping so loud? I'm yapping so loud because people's stupidity irritates me. That is why. Hate to break it to you. But, you know. I mean, not a lot of people watch me, so, like, who knows? I'm probably the stupid one, right? If I was saying more opinions that would get people to say based, you know? People are like, based. That's a based opinion. Maybe I'd have more viewers. Oh, speaking of Engage, I've been playing Fire Emblem Engage. Man. I'm only like a few chapters in because I started on the weekend because I needed something to kill time. My friends were an hour and a half late to our meetup, unfortunately. So I started a new run of Engage, and it's pretty fun. What the Fleur is doing? Sup, Cooler? We're playing Entropy Effect. So basically we're facilitating Azatsu. I was complaining about players who complain about video games and how I think it doesn't help anybody to be vitriolic in nature when having discourse about a video game. Because I think if both developers had mutual respect for their players' opinions, and players understood that the developers have some degree of expertise in what they're talking about, and that their justifications do matter sometimes, that people would be able to make better video games if people simply understood that there's value on both sides. I love affecting my entropy for real. Dude, I love it when she entropy on my effect until I Blazblue. Until my balls Blazblue. I love when she entropy affect my Blaz until I blue. There we go. It's my favorite. I would really like it if Kokonoe entropy affected my Blaz until I blued. to be completely honest with you. That'd be great. I would love that. You enjoying the superior mechanics compared to Three Houses? Yes! God damn. I was like, there's no weapon durability. Holy fuck, I don't have to think about weapon durability. I was like, holy shit, I'm literally shitting and coming everywhere, dude. I don't have to think about weapon durability. She blasts on my blue till I cross tag battle. Oh god. You're not the Fire Emblem in Toothpaste. She doesn't exist. Oh my god. She blew on my blast until I entropy effect. Yeah, that's she effect. That's it. There's no blue or blast or anything like that. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fucking goddamn it, I think. Oh, I didn't get hit. Let's go! Nice. I was really concerned for a second there. I would like it if Taukaka blasts my blue till I entropy. Yeah, Taukaka is also, I would be about Taukaka beating the shit out of me. TBH. Well, I'm glad I got to play a character that I understand how they work. It's unfortunate that I didn't get to farm for lightning words, but... I feel like the She Blue has to be the start considering the hominin. Oh, blue. You know, that's fair. Okay, I got it. I didn't get it for a second. No, I caught it though. I love a woman who will actually just kill me for real. Oh, my friends sent me an image. I think it was like from the Persona Reddit or something. Of like Chie just like strangling someone with her thighs. And I was like, damn, I love a woman that will just kill me. I just realized I took the perfect one, right? But I have to perfect the stage, which I should probably be paying attention to. Yeah, slaughter. Okay. Jokes aside, Engage is really fun just as a celebratory game of the franchise. It really fails to me since it just seems so soulless. Oh yeah, I mean for sure, the you know, I think the overall tone of the game is just not quite right, but if you're curious to know what I'm playing in that run, because I think I'm going to continue it, I think I've been having fun, is I want to use Fram as like a punching monk. Like I'm gonna, like she's gonna be an evasion fighter who punches people. I don't know how that's gonna work out because I'm pretty sure her growths suck ass, but, you know. I don't know what else there is to do in that game. I haven't unlocked classes yet, so I don't know how those work or what to do with those. I definitely wanted to make a bunch of people who aren't magic casters into magic casters. Because that's always a little bit fun to do. Yeah, I don't fully remember the extent of the game. I basically got to... Where did I get to? I actually struggled quite a bit on Firenze Castle. I don't know why. Because, like, I first tried it after I, like, went to sleep. But I think I was just making bad, like, turn-by-turn decisions. I just think Engage has way better map design and overall mechanics than Three Houses, which is, admittedly is IMO, a low point of the series in those regards. Yeah, I mean, I could see that it's like, you know, how do I say? Like, people really like the social aspect of the game, like, you know, support conversations and stuff. I think that's what people kind of like. It was supposedly the thing that like reignited the series for a lot of people, so, you know, and I really like the story in Three Houses, but man, goddamn, do I not want to have to worry about weapon durability. Cooking away for real, forgot this was Blazblue and became a Toho boss. Yeah, I mean, that is in fact what she's doing. I love not needing to think and just go like Sparks. Dude, I love Sparting. Sparks go burr. She's just literally Sparks go burr. Oh, the fucking... the debuff was on sale. It's funny. Oh, I got it. Motherfucker. Got hit again. $9 credits is too expensive. I mean, you know me. I don't even have 9 credits to spend. Ignore the 26 in the... Oh, you can't even see it, so it doesn't matter. Thinking is for the weak, return to brainlessness. Yeah. Don't worry, I got you. I only think with my flagpole on a daily basis. Thinking is overrated. I'm gonna fill your brain with imagery of my flagpole. Just don't think. Don't think. The only thought that should be in your brain is Flaris' flagpole. I'm probably weird, but I really enjoy the monastery. No, I think the monastery is like really, really good for the first time you play it. Like, I think the monastery the first time, like, it's a little involved, but I think it kind of loses its luster after the... I wouldn't even say first playthrough, like a few playthroughs in. Also, there's something about like the amount of busy work that you have to do that maybe is like a bit much for people, but I think the monastery is like a huge selling point for Three Houses. Which flagpole, the big one or the small one? No, I won't elaborate. I mean, I think my flagpole is pretty big. Generally. I mean, I guess compared to my height, like, I don't know. Like, what do you think? Or you tell me. What do you think about the size of my flagpole? Asking for a friend. A friend is me, by the way. A small one, the one oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're supposed to be hypnotized. Look at the physics. Look at the physics, be hypnotized by it. Oh my fucking... I don't know, bro. I need to get a closer look at that. I mean, flagpole. Nice cock! That is not a far small joke. It's implying your flagpole is bigger than the one currently on the screen. Oh, okay. I got you. Fair. Yeah, alright. Got it. I guess I was gonna say the one that Flar holds and shows on stream. I mean, like, You don't know where the camera's pointing. You don't know how much it can see. You don't know where I'm pointing or holding... Holding what? You know nothing. Get this shit off the screen. We all want to see Kokonoe, the actual hot chick on screen. Oh my god. I can't believe you. I mean, honestly, like, goddamn. You know, something I always really appreciate is when, like... I don't really know how to say this. Kokonoe has, like, hot girl voice, right? Like, it's kind of, like, deep. Like, it's a little bit deeper. Right? I'm not crazy, right? Chat, is this real? Is Kokonoe having hot girl voice real? I really like when people have a nice voice. She does. Yeah, exactly. Kokonoe has super hot girl voice. For real. What the fuck? Lightspear Icicle. I did not know this was a thing. When a Lightspear pierces into the ground, spawns icicles. What do I have on Lightspears? Legacy skill? Legacy skill. Okay. Yeah, so, like, the entire rest of Kokonoe aside, like, I don't know, that power stance... Like, the power stance, the I don't give a fuck attitude would probably step on me, you know? Kokonoe is great. Oh my god. Whenever they just fucking spawn on top of you, man. So annoying. Should probably... Oops. Probably heal. Don't want to randomly die to a mob. I'm trying to think of other characters that have good hot girl voice. But, I don't really know. I've been skipping a lot of the cutscenes in Engage. Maybe I should be actually listening to them. Also, I just realized, so I feel like the background music is different. Like this sounds kind of familiar, but it sounds remixed. It's been a long time, so I don't know. Also, I haven't gotten the other Sparks things. I'm kind of concerned about how much damage I'm gonna deal once I get the bosses and stuff. Because I don't have... Just don't have the other potentials for Sparks. Damn. So she was like a I reject my own destiny kind of person? That's cool. Honestly, kind of based. Oh, fucking ran out of jumps. Probably could have lasered a very long time ago. Alright. I don't think the ice part of Sparks adds too much in terms of damage. I know that there's another one that says, like, breaks super armor and does more damage. So that one I'm kind of disappointed I don't have. Unless I do have it and I didn't notice, but... Yeah, crazy how the sassy pink cat girl is hot. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? I would never have guessed. Can I even get? I can't get. Oh, I'm like maxed out on things except for the last one. That's cool. Jump. Yeah, the splashes deal more damage and can break super armor. I think that's the one that I didn't get. Can I buy anything? Is the omnidirectional teleporter new, or did I just not know it because I avoided teleporter like the plague? You probably just didn't get it because you avoided the teleporter like the plague. I mean, because I don't know if it's attached to something else, but I do know that, like, basically, when you get the triple jump, because I looked into this, because I was confused, because half the time when I was playing Sparks, I would, like, you see how I can reset the Sparks attack by dashing in the air with the top? Fucking goddamn it. I can reset my aerial attack by jumping in the air. It doesn't tell you that the combination of the teleporter, like, it's not even a hidden ability, it doesn't say it anywhere. But the combination of triple jump and the teleporter lets you reset your jump attack. Because for jumping, like, if you just jump and do this, I can't jump again to reset it, even though I have the triple jump. But doing this lets me reset it. But unless you have the triple jump, I don't know if it matters. Yeah, it's like the triple jump, and the teleporter is the triple dash on this character. So unless you have the jump one, it doesn't let you reset your Sparks attack midair. This is why you have to get both. I'm also not a huge fan of the... Like, the actual feel of the teleport doesn't feel very good. Saying that usually it's one potential to let the... Yeah. Usually you need to get, like, something that says you reset your universal combo by jumping and dashing or something, but... Yeah. The thing is, it's not even a hidden potential. That's what I thought was weird, because I knew that this was possible, because this is, like, literally the no brain power Kokonoe build. Because you just, like, stay in the air and jump dash at people. Like, I'm using, actually, I'm losing brain power by playing this build. Oh. What was I trying to say? I mean, like, you can see the effects on my brain already. Is that I can't. My brain doesn't work. Yeah, I guess this is sort of the annoying thing about not having the super armor breaking thing, by the way, at this point, is that, like, some things just won't get staggered, motherfucker. Some things just won't get staggered, and that's really annoying. But, I don't even remember what I was saying. Zero brain power, ice build. I don't know. It's like the only thing I know how to do. Oh. Yeah, it's not a hidden potential. I think that was the main thing, where it's just like... Usually this is something they would explicitly tell you or have its own potential for or something, and it just, like, doesn't. Just doesn't fucking tell you. Let's see if we can get the thing. Let's recover. Potential? Yo! Let's fucking go! Dude, we're popping off. We're popping off! Nice. I can't believe we literally got the thing. Hello, I need this thing. Here, have the thing. Nice. Gonna kill immediately, I think. Whoa! What the fuck? That felt like I teleported more than I was supposed to. Oh, I got hit. Oh, I thought I already dodged it. So I thought it wasn't going to hit me anymore. Well, I guess I died. It was, like, really not good. Oh. I didn't even see what hit me. I like lagged. The multi-hit, so dodging it only nullifies the specific hitbox you dodged. I mean, like, that's fair. I know this is a weird parallel, and, like, it makes sense that this has no carryover into literally any other game. But I know in Monster Hunter World, after you dodge something... Well, what is this? Why am I getting... What? What did you want? What did you want? What do you want? I'm bad at the game. Leave me alone. We're killing my girl. I'm not saving this, I don't think. Nope. Okay. In Monster Hunter, when you dodge the first part of a breath attack, I believe it means that you are invulnerable for the rest of it, or at least for World. There was like a very specific use case where it was used in. But yeah. So I'm like, oh, well, because basically how that would work is that it starts the attack, and because that's the attack, it counts as being dodged because you dodged the attack. So everything else from that attack doesn't hit anymore. You successfully... Like, it ticks a box that basically says, did they dodge this? Okay. Don't register them for hits anymore. But, no, it's instead a persistent hitbox, and the dodging calculation only happens, like, when you dodge, like, the one multi-hit and whatever. So, I needed to stop hopping on them. However, you know, my desire to have Kokonoe hop around was stronger than doing the correct thing. Alright, so... I think that's gonna be it for today. I do find it funny how we, you know, fixed the... What do you say? Or we already won at the start of the stream, so we can go home being a winner. We won on S. I haven't even really been playing S that much recently, but that's funny. Be nice if that were true in Elden Ring. Getting knocked over and burned down by Dragon Breath is so annoying. Yeah, well, the thing is you would need to dodge the first hit of the Dragon Breath poi. Right? Like, getting knocked down and getting comboed by the multi-hit of a Dragon Breath, different than the Dragon Breath is being channeled, and then you, like, roll through it, and then it, like, it just counts as that entire attack is dodged. I guess if you got hit by the breath and then it marked you as being hit by the breath so it didn't do the rest of the attack, that'd be really funny. That would actually be super funny. Yeah. No, I could totally see that happening as well. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna go. It's good to be back. I'm excited to play Fire Emblem on the weekend with y'all again. Very excited to continue doing that. That's gonna be it for today. I often do, then the second hit hits me because I'm still in the breath because it's so big and I get knocked. Damn. Damn. One day we'll play Elden Ring. It's probably going to be a while from now, though. Probably be a while from now. Okay. So, if you're still here, if you could deal with my incessant yapping about how players are fucking stupid... I don't believe that. As I disclaimed multiple times, I don't actually believe that. But if you're still here, somehow, I will say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support as always. I do also really appreciate you all being here on the stream that I came back. I know that it's most content creators are concerned when they leave if their audience will just pack up and fucking leave. But it's good to see that people dropped by and said hi. And we're here to chat about my rambling about nothing. So, thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you all on the weekend. Yay. Bye, everybody. Goodbye. Bye.